capitalism does not necessarily want to create jobs, it wants to cut down on jobs. A lot of the jobs are, that's why, there's the saying that AI is going to take away our jobs, and that is because it's much easier to automate a lot of jobs rather than giving them to individuals. They don't necessarily want to create jobs, and even if it created a lot of jobs, I don't think that this makes a lot of sense to build anyway. Economic growth, I mean, this is not really producing anything. All of the economic growth is speculative because of the AI bubble, financial capital. Is it actual economic growth if it's not manifested in anything material for the population? At the end of the day, GDP does not tell you a whole lot about how the population is living. If people cannot afford their groceries, cannot afford the house, cannot afford to even drive a car because now there's a war in Iran, that is not good living standards, right? Economic growth is only as good as it's translated into what it gives to the population. The United States has the largest GDP in the entire world, but the living standards in the United States, universally for the vast majority of the population, have been terrible. If you look at any metric, from the cost of living to homelessness, to from groceries to mortgage rates and everything, it's been, for the last 10-20 years, have just been decreasing. The minimum wage is stagnant while productivity is going up and up. Profits for corporations are going up and up, but it's not reflected in wages for the workers. It's not reflected in better living conditions for the vast majority. I don't think that an imaginary line of economic speculation going up and up and up is a good metric of how a population is living. I think better metrics are access to basic needs. Housing, energy, food, right, transportation, all of that. We've been going through economic growth. And is it being reflected in our everyday lives? Because unless you have a way to direct that economic growth towards redistribution of the wealth, but then you cut taxes on capital, you cut any form of redistributive politics that could take this hypothetical wealth that is being created, still in an exploitative manner, of course, but is being created, and you don't give it to the population.